In this video, I'm going to make some modifications to my welding cart. My welding cart's something I built a while ago out of some bed frame. The first iteration wasn't that great, but I made some modifications and it was a little bit better, and I'm making some more modifications. I think that with these type of projects, instead of trying to figure out how to make the perfect project, make something and improve it as you can. There's nothing saying that I can't improve it for years. I mean, it's steel, and all I need to do is brush off a little of the paint and do my upgrade and move on from there. This is my welding cart as it sits now. The first iteration didn't even have wheels, and the carrier for the argon bottle was much smaller. I was using a much smaller argon bottle, but going off to get argon as often as I had to was a real pain. So one of the things that I did first was increase the size of the argon bottle, which made the welder way heavy to carry. So then I added wheels. Now the front wheels are working out fine, but the back wheels are way too small. As I try to get this back inside, it'd really be nice to have bigger wheels. Also, having the cables down on the bottom here isn't working out so great. I'd like to have like a little hook on the front of this that I can, that I can use to coil up the cables and hang them from there instead. So that's what I'm going to be working on in this project. For starters, my neighbor is throwing away this cart. The wheels on it are a little bit bigger than what I wanted, but they're here, they're free, they work nice. So I'm keeping my costs down by using the materials I can get a hold of without having to spend any cash. The whole thing here, that whole front assembly is kind of rusted, so that'll be easy enough to remove. There, that was even easier than I thought. And here's part of a bicycle frame. I think that most of this went towards the three-wheeler, one of the first videos. But I think that this area right here will make a nice hook. One on the other side, and two hooks is what I was after, so that should work out pretty well. So there are my hooks. I think that they'll work out pretty nice. And there are my wheels. So this is going to be my first weld. The post is going to hang up like that. I may end up cutting this off a little bit afterwards. We'll see. But anyway, clean up that material, get this tacked up, and see where we're at. So I got this fixtured up, and I got my tack weld. So let's finish welding it up. I now have my arms placed. All I have to do is figure out the wheels. So I'm looking at different ways of mounting these wheels in the back. And I think that what's going to work out the best is to go ahead and cut this bracket off here, and then to weld the square pipe onto this angle. It's going to entail dropping the back of the cart, maybe a little bit about half an inch. I don't know how well it shows on the video, but I think that that's just going to work out the best. So I'll go ahead and it'll be oriented like this, with the tube facing forward, and the axle here sticks out just a little bit, so then it can kind of hang out off the back here. But we've already got this weld here, and to cut that off just so that I can stick it on here doesn't seem to be the easiest way to do this, and I don't really see a big benefit of doing it that way. Well, I guess I'm committed to this idea now. So I'm getting the second spindle welded on. Got the first one welded on over here. I'm just kind of like trying to eyeball it across, and they seem kind of parallel to me. So I know that it's twisted here this way a little bit, but at the spindle it seems to be pretty straight. So So I slid my wheels on real quick without putting cotter pins on, and the cart is stable. So the wheels are the same height, and the front wheels are rotating casters, so I can move it around. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of paint on the spots I welded and on my little risers, and looks like this one's worked out pretty well. I like this Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. Essentially it's paint, but it's super tough and seems to give it a real nice finish. This one's probably no good from the standpoint I won't be able to spray it, but you can brush the stuff on and still get essentially the same finish. So that's what I'm going to do. And there it is. So there it is, all loaded up with my welder. My wires hanging off my posts, big wheels in the back, so that I can kind of move around over a little bit more of a rough surface. Seems to be working great. Thanks for watching my video, and we'll start a new project with the next video. Have a great day.